Hi, we're Laura and Dan. We've bought a beautiful rustic Portuguese barn and have literally zero knowledge of building and farming, but plan on converting it into a beautiful off-grid homestead. Follow us on our journey. With the dawn of a new day, there are many jobs and different projects to do on the homestead. And with the breeze blocks laid for the outdoor kitchen, the first task to do today was to put the final touches to the patio floor.
So as you can see, all of these need pointing. What we're going to do is, and that was the reason why we kind of left this in the first place, is because we're going to take the stones right up to here and we're going to finish it off all the way around the sides nicely, around this side, and I think it'll really finish it off really nicely. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to make some mortar and I'm going to start pointing in all these gaps here. But it's going to look really good, as you can see. Once this is all finished, as you can see, it's really starting to come together. Got an amazing view, fire pit there, it's going to look really good. Laura's coming over to help and get on it, aren't you?
See?
What's your thoughts on this mix, Laura? On the mix them on?
It's satisfying.
You think it's going to work?
I think so. I hope so.
We'll find out, eh?
Yeah.
So I'll just trial and error and then see how it comes out.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a big cauldron, isn't it, Laura?
Yeah, big bubbling cauldron.
What are you cooking up tonight?
Cooking up some cement mortar. I don't know what it is.
Tasty. So Laura's still working away there. So what have we done, Laura? Tell the people.
We're just putting a mix around the stones to get them set in.
Simple as that.
Pretty much.
As you can see, we've filled all these ones in for now. Just slowly working our way around. We've run out of mortar now, so we're probably just going to leave it at this for tonight. See how it sets as a proper test, and then we'll come back in the morning and we'll hit it again, won't we, Laura?
Yeah.
What will we do? We'll hit it again?
Yeah.
Laura loves this job, as you can tell. I know who's turning the alarm off in the morning.
Another beautiful day arrived on the land.
So another day on the homestead. I've got all the tools ready to go again. All I need to do now is go and make up some more mortar again, and we're going to attack again this morning what we started yesterday. Certainly said finish, we certainly didn't finish it. The weather's glorious again, as always, here in central Portugal. We're getting more used to it now, which is interesting. First few weeks when we're here, it was really hot. But I think you just acclimatise like you do to everything. But we're still choosing wisely to work in the mornings and late evenings because it's still so warm. And I'll show you what we've done anyway. I'll show you how it's set last night, because it's set good. It's actually set quite good. As you can see, the difference, looking really good. Every now and again, while we're doing other jobs as well, we'll just keep adding to it and seeing how far we get. Come on, Laura, time to work. It's stone time. It's pointing time, Laura. Here's the grafter.
I don't do early mornings.
This is now where the whole patio is now going to get done in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm waking that quick like this morning.
Time to smash it?
Yeah.
Let's do this. This is quite a repetitive job. It's one of them jobs where you just kind of keep laying the mortar, keep coming back, and it has a very repetitive nature. But we're making sharp progress already, and it's starting to look a lot better, and the stones are really starting to set a lot better. So we're getting there. Handy just having the water there in it, Laura, so we can just quickly get the water for the jobs.
Yeah, it's good. And I like how I don't have to go inside the outhouse either. You can do it from the safety of the outside.
So you can't see the rats.
Yeah. As you can see, the mortar in between the schist is drying nicely. So we've done about half. We've still got half of this main section to do. And then we've got this section to do, which will take probably a little bit longer because the stones are smaller and more intricate. But we're both thoroughly enjoying it, so we're not complaining about having to take a little bit longer to do it. Building our home from the ground up is definitely a struggle, but we've formed such a connection to this land now that I don't think we would have achieved doing things the conventional way. Knowing the blood, sweat and tears that went into a project and then enjoying the fruits of our labour is such a satisfying experience. Some of the deepest joys are the most humble. So we've pretty much nearly done all the main bit now. We're going to get some more stones later and put it up to here. As this bit's in the shade here, what we're going to do is we're going to get some more mortar mix and work around these stones here because it's going to be nice and cool. So we're going to work around the fire pit. As we were putting some final touches to the patio, we decided to take a little break from the sun. But this is when the day took a turn for the worse. Yay, it's raining. We needed this. I feel like such an adult whenever you say we really needed this whenever it comes to rain. But it's going to cool the land down really nicely, so yay. We've just got back from the river beach and there was a bit of a storm on the way back, and it looks like everything's soaked on the land, so it's had a good water and it's just brought out all the smells and everything, which is really nice. Last year when we were here, we didn't see a drop of rain on the land from June, late June till September. So the fact that we've got rain is such a, it's so good. I can't even describe the feeling. but the land's definitely needed it, and I can hear thunder in the distance, so hopefully we'll get a little bit more rain coming through.
Can't believe how cool it is, Laura, in the van for the first time.
Yeah, it's nice.
Normally every time we come back from the river beach, or if we've been out or something, we come back to the van after closing the door and it's just like an absolute sauna in here, and to come back to the van being a lot cooler is a massive bonus.
Yeah, it's so refreshing. And hopefully it's going to cool down over the next few days now that we've had a good soak, but we'll see.
So as the rain has just stopped, the sun has come back out, but unfortunately we just looked over and Laura went on the app. I said to Laura, oh, there's some, I can hear some fire engines. I can hear the planes going over, the water planes. So basically in Portugal they have water planes if there's a fire nearby and you hear them go over and they go and put it out. And Laura's just looked on the app and it just says in the area where we're at, there's now a fire, which is not good. So in the distance we can see it, so hopefully it's not very big, but we can see the smoke. The smoke looks gnarly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite worrying, to be honest, when because obviously you hear about these stuff but then you don't kind of experience it. So it's a bit of a weird feeling right now, but Laura just looked on the app and it said that, how many did it say again?
40 firefighters.
40 firefighters and 2 planes.
Yeah.
Dispatched, so that's not good, like. But we're going to go and walk on top of the bank where we can get a good vantage point at the bottom of the land. And if it's bad, we'll drive away.
Yeah.
It's not good that, like, is it? So as you can see up there in the distance, the smoke's starting to come up. So you can see there, so the water planes will probably come over and they'll probably drop down soon. It's mad, it's a lot of smoke, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's a good place to look from here though, because if anything happens we can drive the opposite direction, we know it's coming, you know?
Yeah. It says it's ongoing, so it says there's 71 firefighters, 16 vehicles and 2 planes.
It's nuts, aren't it?
Currently dispatched to it. Whew. Stuff like this makes me so anxious, it's horrible.
It is, isn't it?
Just hope nobody's hurt. Everybody's away. Yeah,
And
I'm actually really nervous.
I know we're vlogging it, like, but it's not good, like, is it?
No, I just hope everyone's okay.
Yeah, so what we've done just in case is just, I know we're vlogging it and it's a bit weird, like, but obviously we want to share it, you know what I mean? But what we're doing is we've brought the truck in the van just to the top of the bank, you know, just so we can actually, just in case, and if we do need to leave, obviously there's a track where we can head onto the main road that way. Because these things can spread fast in Portugal, you know, so it's gnarly, like.
Not a joke.
It isn't, like. How many is there now?
So it says 105 firefighters, 23 vehicles and 3 planes. Sorry, 8 planes.
8 planes. That's the most we've seen on the app, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've seen 6 and 7 on that before, or not?
I've never seen that many.
Not that, no. No, I haven't seen any one plane yet, have you?
I've heard them, but I've never seen them.
I've seen them going other areas, and like during the day when you go see them go across, but I haven't seen any go to this yet.
That's gnarly, that, like.
It is, isn't it?
That is some serious smoke.
It is, like, it's getting more worse. That's what I'm saying. That's why it would actually, like, I'm not joking. It's like literally, that's why I've said to bring the vans up to here, because we'll literally, like, just in case we need to, like, have to go, you know what I mean? I can see a plane coming across there now.
Oh yeah, I see it.
It's mad that, it's really scary, to be honest. It's like, because it's obviously the town that's right next to us, it's like, you can hear the sirens going, and then they've got the church bells are ringing every now and again to tell the people that the fire's coming. Can you hear they've got the sirens going? Because they're telling it's getting close towards the town. You can see the smoke getting close to the town. The church bells have been ringing. That's what they're doing, that's why they're playing the sirens around there, because they're telling it, see the smoke getting closer?
Yeah. Has the church bells been going off?
Yeah, the church bells are going off. stinks now, absolutely stinks. All the soot's coming over. Nuts that like, isn't it?
Oh, that is so close.
It is like, isn't it?
There's another one.
Just plane after plane after plane. I've come up here to try and get a higher vantage point. Higher vantage point. Just plane after plane, isn't it, Laura?
Yeah, it is. It says there's 147 firefighters there, 9 planes, and 40 odd vehicles.
Nuts that like, isn't it? Like I said, it's hard to tell, isn't it? Like how far, because you just never experienced it before, so you don't know how much it's going to move through the landscape, you know?
It's really no joke, these fires. The reason why we've got the van and the truck up here is because this is our only way into the land, and it's like towards where the fire is, so
Sounds like 5 minutes away.
you know, we want to actually be prepared if we do see anything coming over. I want to be in a position where we can actually drive out and be safe. But yeah, definitely very scary, and I hope nobody's hurt, and I hope nobody's injured in this fire.
Definitely more under control now.
Yeah, it does.
It says on the app, getting less and less fire airplanes now.
Yeah, I can't see any smoke. Getting a lot of the soot and ash coming our way.
Like the soot and the ash is starting to come across now.
But it still says ongoing on the app, and I can still see water planes, so
I still think we've done good pulling up, waiting here.
yeah. They're all coming over this way now, so maybe it's spread more to the west.
Mm-hmm. I think we're okay to go back now, do you?
Yeah, it still says it's ongoing, but it seems to be over there now, but obviously we just can't really see whereabouts it is.
Still glad we took precautions.
Mm-hmm.
We should go to go back now. Better safe than sorry, that's what I say.
Yeah. So we've got the truck and the van back on the land now. That was a pretty scary experience. We've seen that the fire was quite close, and obviously this is our first time ever experiencing something like this, so we don't know how quickly these things can spread. So it was best to kind of take both vehicles up the top, so if we could see it coming towards us, we could make a quick getaway. But yeah, I'm lost for words. I think that was pretty scary, and it just goes to show that the fires here are very serious, and the laws and everything should be taken very seriously. But I hope nobody was hurt or injured in that fire. And yeah, it was definitely a lesson in Portuguese wildfires.
The calm after the storm.
Yeah, that was very stressful. I didn't want to come across as if we're overreacting, but it was the first time we've ever experienced anything like this. And we could see on the app that the fire was really, really close and it was getting worse, so we just took the precautions we thought were necessary. And obviously I'm just glad that nobody was hurt. It never affected anyone in the town.
Yeah, the fire, they got to put it out before it got any closer, which is really good.
Yeah, and I'm just glad that nobody was hurt, and obviously that's been our first experience of Portuguese wildfires.
And it's mad because the town's only a 5-minute drive, so it's quite scary when something's that close, you know. Like we're no stranger to obviously knowing that there's forest fires here. That's obviously just part and parcel of Portuguese culture, you know. It was funny because after the fire, I said to Laura, there's a guy just as the fire was going on, there was a Portuguese local guy who was just cracking on to see when his field, just like it was like nothing was normal, you know.
Yeah, and we were like proper panicking.
We were proper panicking. Everyone else was like on the hills watching, and he was just like, I've seen it all before, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seen it all in Portugal before.
But it was definitely an introduction for us, and it's obviously something that's very serious over here.
Yeah, so it's been one of them wild days on the land for sure. One that we'll always remember. That's for sure. That's the thing, is like even the most chaotic and most crazy days, you're just making memories, aren't you? That's all it is. But like I say, we're glad no one's hurt, and everyone lives to live another day.
Yeah, definitely. and just have so much respect for the firefighters here. They do a really good job, and they put themselves at risk to save other people, which is just amazing.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll catch you in the next one, and hopefully no more fires and no more chaos, but you never know. Who knows?
Bye.